guys, today we're going to talk about surface area and how it affects the rate of reaction or how fast a reaction happens. So I have some hydrochloric acid, it's 2 molar. We have some marble chips or calcium carbonate chips, and we have some marble powder or calcium carbonate powder. Now, as we're talking about surface area, it's important to recognise that the marble chips have a much smaller surface area than the marble powder. The marble powder has a much larger surface area. Okay, so we need to set up our equipment, and this is going to involve quite a lot of teamwork. You're not going to be able to do this on your own. So for today and for my team, I've got Mr. Guest to come and help me. Thank you, Mr. Guest. And we will be working as a team to make sure we can do this practical safely and effectively. Okay, so we've already measured out our marble powder and our marble chips. It measures approximately 3 grams, although if it's 2.9 or 3.1, don't worry about it, that's just fine. Okay, so I've got my water bowl in front of me, conical flask, and I've got my delivery tube. I'm going to pop that underneath the water. Okay. Here I have a measuring cylinder, and that's already filled with water. Now it's really important that we make sure this measuring cylinder stays filled with water so our reaction can be measured effectively. So I'm going to pop it underneath the water now, thank you Mr. Guest, making sure I don't lose any water in the process. Then I'm going to turn it upside down and make sure the end of my delivery tube is inside the measuring cylinder, just like this. Okay? So now, this is where the action starts. Mr. Guest, I think we're forgetting something. We're using acid today. What do we need to do?
We need to make sure we glasses up, guys.
Safety first, as always. Thanks. So, we're about to start our reaction. Watch closely what happens when we add our marble chips and our hydrochloric acid. Mr. Guest. So Mr. Guest is pouring 15 ml of hydrochloric acid into our conical flask. You'll notice, just before he pours in those marble chips, I've got a stopwatch. With my stopwatch, I will be measuring 1 minute. After 1 minute, I will see how much gas has been produced in my reaction using my measuring cylinder. Mr. Guest.
In we go then.
So I've started it straight away, and I'm going to measure for a minute. Now if you see, we can look closely, you can see bubbles of gas are being produced. If you're the person who's holding the measuring cylinder, you'll actually feel the gas bubbling through. We know it's a gas because we can see bubbles in the reaction. Now, we will be repeating this practical with the marble powder. Thanks guys, it's been a pleasure.
Best of luck.